Good morning. Tom Beal here at the halfway point of the morning walk. Hey, good morning. Youngster climbing the stairs right here. He's a riot. Yay! Woo! Good job. He made it to the top, climbed all the stairs there. He's a wild one. But anyhow, how are you? It's been a while. I hope all is going well wherever you are in the world. As you know, the world turns. The days go by quickly. The weeks go by quickly. The months go by quickly. The years go by quickly, and the decades go by quickly. Here we are coming to a close of this year fairly soon, 2019. Can't even believe it. Coming to the final weeks in 2019, and they're going to go super fast because we have the holidays and celebrations and things of that nature. Before you know it, we're going to welcome the year 2020. 2020, the year of vision. Are you clear on what your vision is? Are you clear on the path of getting you from where you are to where you want to be personally and professionally? Who you want to be, what you want to do, what you want to have occur in 2019, before 2019 closes, but in 2020. If 2020, according to our eyesight, is perfect vision, what's your perfect vision for this amazing year ahead and also a new decade? What can you reflect upon in this past decade? What went right? What were some challenges that put you on your knees? What were some challenges you may not have thought you could even pull through? There was no light at the end of the tunnel, yet you did. What are some of the lessons that you gained from those challenges, those adversities, those difficult times? Because that's what is part of the mix of this human endeavor. Regardless of any level of success, regardless of any race, regardless of any income status, regardless of any sexual orientation, political orientation, there will be challenges, there will be problems, there will be difficulties. And actually, the bigger and better you become at this game of life, the next levels that you achieve, the harder the problems and challenges seem. Kind of like Mario Brothers. Hey, congratulations, you made it through level 5. Wait till you see level 6. Holy cow, didn't know this was coming. But that's part of this game. And how can you gain the lessons from those adversities? Because there is a quote from Napoleon Hill, which in time rings true, is not too comforting when you're going through challenges, but it says this: every adversity carries with it the seed of an equivalent or greater benefit. So, the greater the adversity, the greater in time the benefit that will be waiting for you, the lesson to be learned. And I can reflect in my life and see that has occurred time and again. Generally, not as quickly as I wanted. The pain sticks around a little longer than desired, yet in due time I can look back and say, thank God I went through that, because that molded me into learning this lesson and being the person that I am, thanks to that adversity, that challenge, that hardship, that heartache, etc. So, what lessons have built you into who you are now with your unique personality, your unique experience, your unique perspective? Where are you? What's the starting point of this Uber ride you're on, leading to 2020, and where do you want to go? What's the destination that you want to arrive at? Think about these types of questions. It's the questions that we ask ourselves that open us up to the new possibilities. Because if we keep doing what we've been doing, we're going to keep getting what we've been getting. If nothing changes, nothing changes. And we aren't here to create a painting decades ago and say, well, decades ago I created this thing. We're here to be joyous creators continuously. This day, this week, this month, this year, we crave something that excites us, something that gives us that burning desire, that gives us that passion, that gives us that joy to be. A reason for being, a purpose for being here. And sometimes we get to points where, I don't really have that burning desire that I had those years ago. I can look back and see, in my personal life, I can look back and see in my bike riding days when I was the freestyle bicycle rider. I'd wake up, get on my bike, ride all day, and go to sleep and repeat that process and try to learn a new trick. And see, how a person who was already achieving that trick, how they were doing it, what I was doing wrong, what I could try to modify to land that first time. So it's like you try, fail, then you land it once. You're like, oh, It's possible for me. And I already thought it was possible for me because I've seen other people do it. If they can do it, they're not that much better than me. I can do it. Just need to figure it out. And try, fail, hit your shin, hurt your hand, hurt your wrist. All these falls lead to you finally landing the trick once. Like, oh, I did it once, I can do it again. And then you repeat that process, you do it again. And then it becomes something that you do so regularly and so consistently that there comes a point where I do it every time. Just like you can, probably most of you listening to this can see a bike, get on a bike and pedal it around. There are tricks that I can still do without having to think about it. Just like you can do the trick of riding the bike. There are many tricks I can do on a bike from practicing them thousands of times and landing them thousands of times correctly. And that's how life unfolds for us. That's going through the process of being unconsciously incompetent to consciously incompetent to consciously competent to unconsciously competent in anything that we say, ooh, I want to do that. Another venture was when Zig Ziglar, I heard his words through audios. I saw his message being delivered from videos on stage. I said, man, one day I want to be able to see him live. Was able to see him live a couple times. Spend time with him for several days in Texas before he passed. And said, man, one day wouldn't it be amazing if I could, like Zig, share my experiences, share my lessons, my insights, my wisdom, and touch people's hearts. Have them open up to new possibilities, think a little bit differently, speak a little bit differently, act a little bit differently, to put them on a whole new trajectory. Like Zig did for me, wouldn't it be cool if I could do that for others? When I had that insight, I had no idea that would become a reality, but it became something that came on my horizon. And I went through those processes from going from unconsciously incompetent all the way to unconsciously competent. With, just like the bike analogy, practice. Failure. Land it, learn the lessons, and continually improve and hone those skills. So what are some of the things that you could say, man, wouldn't it be awesome if? Wouldn't it be great if? Man, imagine if I could do this. How cool would that be? Start dreaming a little bit more, a little bit larger, a little bit more often. Start expanding beyond the current routine, the current rut in some situations that I've been in and maybe you might find yourself in on occasion. And I sit there and wonder, like, man, how did I end up here? What caused all of this? This is not what I want. This is what I want. And when we're clear on what we want, and when we expand our dreaming, when we open our eyes up to new possibilities, we can put thoughts, words, and actions into play to become curious, to become someone who's now exploring that as a possibility. And lo and behold, I know I can look back in my life, and I'm sure you can look back in yours and say, many times, man, I had this idea, I had this dream, I had this vision, and I took the proper steps, and lo and behold, that idea became a reality. Lo and behold, that dream became my truth. This can happen again. And I'm sharing this with you, for myself, for my children, for you, to ask yourself these questions, to plant the seeds of a larger version of you, living and being and having fun and enjoying the joyous creations that you're creating in 2020 and beyond. Starting with these questions, starting with, just because my life has been what it's been, in my health, in my relationships, and in my finances up to this point, doesn't mean it has to continue that way. I can make a huge unexpected plot twist that no one else in my world saw coming, but I saw it coming. Started by asking these questions, started by seeing this as, you know what, wouldn't it be cool if I was 40 pounds lighter? Wouldn't it be cool if I had that amazing relationship where that person and I just were, the yin to the yang, and we just were able to now joyously co-create in this amazing journey called life? Wouldn't it be great if I had the financial resources to do what I want, where I want, when I want, with whom I want? Wouldn't it be great if? What are the answers to that for you? Start to explore, start to get excited, start to get that burning desire. Just like I saw people on that movie Rad doing tricks on a bike. So like, man, wouldn't that be cool? How the heck did they do that? Went from unconsciously incompetent all the way up to being unconsciously competent with years of practice. Same thing when I entered the Marine Corps boot camp. I had no idea. I didn't ever participate in anything military. I didn't go through ROTC or anything like that. There were kids in my platoon that had trained in ROTC all through high school and knew how to do everything. I was brand new. So what I do, I went to them like, hey, how do I do this marching thing? Like out in the late hours of the evening, was practicing and honing the skills that I needed to learn in boot camp that were brand new to me, and saw that it was something these guys were great at already. And in a very short order, same thing, went from unconsciously incompetent to unconsciously competent through the coaching, through the guidance of people that were already doing it. And then in the sales world, in the corporate world, I'd go into any sales organization and say, okay, who's at the top? Who's the top salesperson? Okay, how are they the top salesperson? What are they doing? What's getting them the results that they're receiving? How are they doing it? And asking them, taking them out to lunch and listening to their strategies and how they do what they did. And in very short order, I became number one in 5 separate sales organizations. Then in the offline world, going from the offline world to the online world, like, man, how do these people do what they do? Like, I see them traveling the world. I see them doing lots of amazing, fun things. I'd like to do that. What do they do? How do they do it? And similar to the bicycle tricks, there's rhyme to the reason. There's a system. There's a process. There's a flow. You start with the novice steps. You advance to the intermediate tricks. You then get to the expert tricks. And a lot of people jump in and want to go straight from unconsciously incompetent to becoming the unconsciously competent person. But guess what? You got to go from unconsciously incompetent to consciously incompetent. Then with practice and failing and learning, you become then consciously competent. And then through repetition, you become unconsciously competent. There's no secret. There's no unknown circumstances that you, wherever you are on your journey, you know what it takes for you to get healthy. You know what it takes to be in the optimal prime health that you're capable of. Maybe your current choices aren't reflecting that, and if you keep on doing what you've been doing, you're going to keep reflecting, the non-healthy version of you. Yet, if you think about, you believe in the capability of you achieving it, and you with consistency follow the moving more, eating healthier, and taking care of yourself better, in short order, you'll become much more healthier. Like, there's no secrets there. Yeah, there's a whole bunch of different systems and processes that you could find and find the one that works best for you, but with consistency, you'll get there. Bottom line is, you can get from wherever you are right now as your starting point to wherever you want to be. It begins by you thinking and expanding your current situation, because we like routines. We like consistency as humans. You might think it's time now for you to break that consistency and start thinking a little bit differently, recognizing if I keep doing what I've been doing, I'm going to keep getting what I've been getting. And, in many cases, what I've been getting is all right, but I know it's not anything near what I'm capable of getting. It's time for me to show myself, which in turn will show a plot twist to the people close to me. What the heck happened to Frank? What happened to Sally? What happened to Susan? Well, man, I didn't see this coming. How'd you lose 40 pounds in 2 months? What the heck? Where'd this come from? What inspired that? How'd you go from, not being able to go on any of those trips to traveling around the world with your family? Like, what the heck's going on? Where'd this come from? How'd you go from, not having a relationship to being in the most amazing relationship ever, or taking a relationship that wasn't the most fulfilling for either of you to making it the most amazing relationship ever? What the heck? How'd that happen? What inspired that? Well, inspired it from asking the right questions and recognizing, what? I'm capable of more. It's time for me to show myself what I'm capable of. Watch this. I'm excited. So these are some of the questions I've been asking myself. Hopefully these are helpful to you. And you know what? I've got a lot of great resources, some of my favorite audios, some of my favorite books, some of my favorite teachers, trainers, mentors at an Amazon link, amazon.com/shop/Tom Beal. I put together, after a lot of people asking me for many years what my favorite books are, who my favorite mentors are. You're going to see all those plus more at amazon.com/shop/Tom Beal. Check that out. And then today, if you're listening to this and have the availability at noon to learn from one of the mentors that I first crossed paths with in 2001. I was at an event that I went to go see Zig Ziglar in October of 2001, shortly after September 11th. They changed the venue because of the terrorist attacks on September 11th. The original event was canceled and moved in North Carolina to a big stadium in Greensboro, North Carolina. I don't know how many thousands of people there, but it was a 10,000 plus stadium, like where you watch professional basketball type of situation. Like it was a packed stadium. And I didn't know this person, and I didn't know, fast forward a few years, we'd be great friends, and he'd be personally, helping me achieve the higher levels in my life that I've been able to achieve, realizing what I'm truly capable of. And by the way, I've only scratched the surface. I still have, this is just playing. I haven't stepped up and into what is yet to come. My best is yet to come. But he helped me understand I was capable of more. And when I witnessed him on stage there, he brought me to tears. He helped me recognize from afar, like I'm sitting far, far away, but I could see him on the big monitor that was shown there, that, I could start asking myself some bigger and better questions. I could step into more of the greatness laying dormant within me. And man, I went, who the heck is this person? And like, wow, this guy is amazing. Well, that was in 2001. Fast forward, he and I reconnected face to face in about 2007. And from 2007, 8, 9, 10, up until today, we're great friends, and he's still a great mentor. And every time I see him, I leave with pages and notes. And he's doing a presentation at noon that I encourage you, if you're asking yourself these types of questions of how to tap into this potential that right now you're not showing yourself or the world, he is the man to help you uncover this and recognize this. He is known as the greatest hypnotist in the world. He's been on David Letterman countless times back when Letterman had his TV show. He's been on Sally Jesse Raphael back when that was on. Ages ago, he was on TV. Still is on numerous times to this day. But he's now doing a presentation today you want to take a look at. It's through an online summit, and you can register for free at mustget.us/legends, mustget.us/LEGENDS. It's at noon today, and I've got some insight that it's going to be unlike anything you've ever seen online. I've been to his home in Las Vegas. It's a 17,000 square foot mansion called Prosperity Palace. It's actually going to be you're going to be welcomed into Prosperity Palace and shared the information that transformed my life in a manner that is unlike anything you've ever seen. I guarantee that. Online, he's been on the Vegas Strip. He's been at numerous of the hotels as the hypnosis show in Vegas. And the bottom line is he does nothing small. This is big because everything he does is big. And he helps you think bigger. He helps you recognize, even if you are achieving things that you never dreamed were possible of you achieving, how this is just the tip of the iceberg. There's so much more that you're capable of. And his name is Marshall Silver. He's called the Millionaire Maker. He's the greatest hypnotist in the world, and he's hypnotized people to quit smoking. In one brief conversation, they went from smoking, in many cases, a pack a day to, in one conversation, never smoking again for a decade plus, and continuing on that path. And as he's known as the Millionaire Maker, what if he was able to plant some seeds? And what if you were able to be hypnotized to become a millionaire? Just like people can get hypnotized to stop smoking, people can get hypnotized to lose weight. What if people can be hypnotized to become successful beyond their wildest dreams? Well, you'll learn some of this in today's training at noon. I highly encourage you to be there. I'm going to be there. I've seen him numerous times. He's spoken live at several events that myself and Mike Filsaime put on years ago, decade plus ago, with 300, 500 people there. And every time, it's always people like, thank you for opening my eyes to Marshall, it changed my life. And that's what I want for you. So go get that today, mustget.us/legends. And you can register for that summit for free, and you'll be able to join live and be entered into and welcomed into Prosperity Palace in Las Vegas at noon. It's going to be awesome. I'm going to be there. Hope you're able to make it. Hope this was helpful. I can't see what's on the screen here with the sun blasting me in the eyes, so I will see when I turn this off. But good to see it. Looks like we got some people here. I can't read any of that after looking into the the sun while I've been watching the beautiful ocean in the background. Hope this was helpful. I hope you're excited for the year of vision, the decade of vision, beginning soon in 2020. And I also am grateful your path crossed with this, that you can learn from Marshall and see how at the time I was in corporate America in 2001, shortly after September 11th, when I crossed paths with him the first time. And not only did he open my eyes at that event, but seeing him each and every time and speaking with him and being at his home, and you know, he's been on the Markers cruise with us and traveled the world with him. A great friend, great human being, and no one better at helping you step into the greatness. And I'm excited because it's right before 2020 and this decade coming up. This could be the trajectory modifier for you. So go there. I look forward to seeing you there. mustget.us/legends. mustget.us/legends with an S. See you there. Make today great. Bye for now.